So for today's video, we're going to look at cloud. We will be doing also pillar of cloud and cloud of glory, but we're going to separate these up for right now. So we're going to do cloud, and we'll start here. It says cloud, the Hebrew so rendered, means a covering because clouds cover the sky. The word is used as a symbol of the divine presence, as indicating the splendor of that glory which it conceals. Exodus 16:10, and it came to pass as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And it came to pass as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses. Then Numbers 11:25, and the Lord came down in the cloud and spake unto him, and took of the Spirit that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass that when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied and did not cease. Numbers 12:5, and the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. Job 22:14, the thick clouds are a covering to him, that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. Circuit. Sorry. My flat earth brain. Psalm 18:11, he made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. A cloud without rain is a proverbial saying denoting a man who does not keep his promise. Interesting. Proverbs 16:15, and the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is as a cloud of the latter rain. Isaiah 18:4, for so the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider in my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs, and like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. Isaiah 25:5, thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible one shall be brought low. Jude 1:12, these are spots in your feasts of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. A cloud is the figure of that which is transitory. Job 30:15, terrors are turned upon me, they pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth away as a cloud. Hosea 6:4, O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, as the early dew it goeth away. A bright cloud is the symbolic seat of the divine presence. Exodus 29:42, this shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. 1 Kings 8:10, and it came to pass when the priests were come out of the holy place that the cloud filled the house of the Lord. 2 Chronicles 5:14, so that the priests could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord had filled the house of God. Ezekiel 43:4, and the glory of the Lord came into the house by the way of the gate, whose prospect is toward the east, and was called the I'm going to totally slaughter it. Sitchina? Cool. We'll call it that. Yehovah came down upon Sinai in a cloud in Exodus 19:9, and I need more space for my mouse. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. And the cloud filled the court around the tabernacle in the wilderness, so that Moses could not enter it. Exodus 40:34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. At the dedication of the temple also the cloud filled the house of the Lord. And we read that one. Thus in like manner, when Christ comes the second time, he is described as coming in the clouds. Matthew 17:5, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And then 24:30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And then Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And then 1:11, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? And I did not mean to hit that. Shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. I think I totally skipped that part. The same Jesus, which was taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. False teachers are likened unto clouds carried about with a tempest. 2 Peter 2:17, these are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. The infirmities of old age, which come one after another, are compared by Solomon to clouds returning after the rain. Ecclesiastes 12:2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. The blotting out of sins is like the sudden disappearance of threatening clouds from the sky. Isaiah 44:22, I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. Oh, hold on. The cloud, the pillar of, was the glory cloud which indicated God's presence, leading the ransomed people through the wilderness. I don't know if we got that one. So Exodus 13:22, he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. 33:9, and it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and worshipped, every man in his tent door. The pillar preceded the people as they marched, resting on the ark. Exodus 13:21, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, and led them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light to go by day and night. In Exodus 40:36, and when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. By night it became a pillar of fire. Woo! So that is quite long. So when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, after that the children of Israel journeyed, and in the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. So this is explaining obviously the cloud guiding them by day, and then it would stop, and then they would put their tents up, and then of course the fire would guide them by nighttime. So I'm not going to read that whole thing, but
I just wanted to point out how it's fire at night when there's darkness, and the fire, I believe it's in Jeremiah somewhere, where it says the word is like a fire from our mouths or something, and then the fire from the mouths of the witnesses in Revelation, and how we can see, and we've talked about before, I think, where the witnesses are speaking the word, which the clouds are symbolic for, and then the fire is in darkness at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think most of this we're probably going to skip, because I think this is literally talking about clouds. Wind coming over the west, so rain clouds, obviously, time of year we see that. Let's see, disagreeable clouds, the months of April, May, September, hot east winds. So yeah, different winds and different heats. I mean, we see that with like the jet streams and stuff like that. That's just kind of basic weather concepts there. Figurative uses, Yahweh's presence and glory. Let's see. Metaphoric and symbolic uses of clouds are many and furnish some of the most powerful figures of Scripture. In the Old Testament, Yahweh's presence is made manifest and his glory shone forth in a cloud. The cloud is usually spoken of as bright and shining, and it could not be fathomed by man. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud so that no prayer can pass through, which which was Lamentations 3:44. Yahweh himself was present in the cloud, which was in there, and I believe, most of these are the ones we've already read, so I'm going to skip most of them. But his glory filled the places where the cloud was. Cloud filled the house of Yahweh. In the New Testament, we have the Son of Man coming on or with the clouds, which we had in Matthew and Mark, and then they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. Mark 14:62, and Jesus said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. Luke 21:27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So, yeah, those books tend to be just repeats, told a slightly different way, and received up by clouds, which we read. The glory of the second coming is indicated in Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. Amen. For he cometh with the clouds, and we that are alive shall together with them be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord and dwell with him. And 1 Thessalonians 4:17, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. And I'm going to super quick switch that because I realized that was an error. I did that last time. That's going to be an editing problem. Alright. Alright. There we go. So we have, pillar of cloud, bow and clouds. I don't want to go over these because that's what we're going to go over later, but transitory. There's usually a wide difference in temperature between day and night in Palestine. Days acts warm, and clouds coming from the sea are often completely dissolved in warm atmosphere over the land. As the temperature falls, the moisture again condenses into dew and mist over the hills and valleys. As the sun rises, morning cloud, O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? And O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew it goeth away. So it's quickly dispelled and dispersed entirely. Job compares the passing of his prosperity to the passing of clouds. Terrors are turned upon me, they pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth away as the cloud. God's omnipotence and man's ignorance. God bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So that's Nahum 1:3, and the last one was Job 26:8. Yahweh commands the clouds that they bring no rain, in Isaiah 5:6. But as for man, who can number the clouds? Job.
I wonder if that word for clouds binding up the waters, if that's sea, if that's the same word for seas, because that's symbolic for people, right? So, and
my brain's not working. Oh,
right
there we
there.
go, right there. So
the waters.
The waters, yeah.
Yeah.
So that one is.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Don't you love it when we come across some just okay?
Sure. That's not what I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
Piss 2 times. Okay. All right.
Cloud, darkness, the cloud, refuge. Thicket as refuge. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I just wanted
you're
to see if that was.
Alright. So, can any understand the spreadings of the clouds? From Job 36:29. Dost thou know the balancing of the clouds, the wondrous works of him who is perfect in knowledge? From Job 37:16. And then you can see balancings. He that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. Ecclesiastes 11:4. he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. For it is God who controls the clouds, and man cannot fathom his wisdom. Thick clouds are a covering to him, which we read that. So visions, clouds are the central figure in many visions. Ezekiel beheld a stormy wind out of the north, a great cloud. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. And John saw a white cloud, and on the cloud one sitting. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. Daniel 7:13, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. These are like things that I want to go back and read a whole bunch on, but I'm like, okay, can't do that. Focus.
No, it's hard not to just bounce around everywhere. And
right. Revelation 10:1, and I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. Revelation 11:12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. The terrible and unpleasant. The cloud is also the symbol of the terrible and of destruction. The day of Yahweh's reckoning is called the day of clouds in Ezekiel 33, for the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near, a cloudy day. It shall be the time of the heathen. In the day of clouds and thick darkness, Zechariah 1:15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. The invader is expected to come up as clouds. Jeremiah 4:13, Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Joel 2:2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It foretells the coming of locusts as a day of clouds and thick darkness, which is both literal and figurative. Right? Misfortune and old age are compared to the cloudy and dark day. Ezekiel 34:12, As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep and deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. And the clouds returning after rain. Ecclesiastes 12:2, While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And various other figures. Clouds are used in connection with various other figures. Rapidity of motion. These that fly as a cloud. Isaiah 68. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? As swaddling clothes of the newborn earth. Job 38:9. When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it, indicating great height. Job 26. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. And figurative in Isaiah 14:14, I will ascend the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, portraying the self-esteem of Babylon. A morning without clouds is a symbol of righteousness and justice. 2 Samuel 23:4, And he shall be as the light of the morning when the sun riseth, even a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. Partial knowledge and hidden glory. Leviticus 16:2, And the Lord said unto Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. And then Acts 1:9, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And then Revelation 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds and all the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. So, yeah, I think that was just a collection. That one. Alright, so cloud denotes a cloudy, shapeless mass covering the heavens, hence metaphorically of a dense multitude, a throng. Hebrews 12:1, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. And then another definition, cloud, a definitely shaped cloud or masses of clouds possessing definite form is used besides the physical element. A of the cloud on the Mount of Transfiguration in Matthew 17:5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. B of the cloud which covered Israel in the Red Sea. In 1 Corinthians 10:1, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Of clouds seen in the apocalyptic visions in Revelation 1:7, which we've read. Yeah, we've read that one. And I heard a great voice from heaven. Yeah, we read that one. Yeah, we've these ones got split up, but I believe we read that one. Just not the second part of it. So 15, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And then metaphorically in 2 Peter 2:17, these are wells without water, clouds that are carried with the tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Of the evil workers they're mentioned, but RV and mists, according to the most authentic MSS, not sure what that is. In 1 Thessalonians 4:17, which we have read that one, the clouds referred to in connection with the rapture of the saints are probably the natural ones, as also in the case of those in connection with Christ's second advent to the earth. And then see Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Which I believe we've read that one as well. Yeah, so, and then parallels and passages. And then, of course, yeah, we've read that one, and you guys know we've spoken before, and we have videos on that, so feel free to go back and look at our pre-trib rapture videos, but let's see. This one. Cloud, the shelter given and refreshment of rain promised by clouds give them their gotta get closer to my eyeballs. Peculiar prominence in Oriental imagery. When a cloud appears, rain is ordinarily apprehended, and thus the cloud without rain becomes a proverb for the man of promise without performance. So Proverbs 16:15, in the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is a cloud of the latter rain. And then Isaiah 18:4, for so the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs, and like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. Isaiah 25:5. Yeah, we've read a lot of these. Jude. Yep. I don't know about this one. Proverbs 25:14, and whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. The cloud is a figure of transitoriness. Yep. And of whatever intercepts divine favor or human supplication. Lamentations 2:1. How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger. And what is his footstool? Cast down from heaven unto the earth. Interesting. Alright, so Lamentations 3:44. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayer should not pass through. A bright cloud at times visited and rested on the mercy seat. And then Exodus 29:42, there shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. Exodus 29:43, and there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. That one's been read. Can't even hold over it. And so the priest could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord had filled the house of God. And then Ezekiel 43:4, and the glory of the Lord came, into the house by way of the gate whose prospect is toward the east, and was by ladder riders named fun words. Shechina?
Shechina, I think?
Shechina, yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. We'll call it that. But I believe that was the last one, right? For the cloud? Yep.
Yeah.